Hi, boys and girls. We're reading a little golden book today called The Tortoise and the Hare. And this is the word tortoise. Another word for tortoise is... if you said turtle, you're right. That's great. So let's begin. This is retold by Margot Lundell and illustrated by John Nez. Little golden book. Once there was a hare, a rabbit, who lived in a wood. The hare thought of himself as a very clever fellow. Often the hare visited his friends and the tortoise. He liked to tell his friend how clever he was. One day the hare came to the tortoise's house to show off 5 plump turnips he had taken from the farmer's garden. "How smart of me," said the hare, "to find such turnips." Just hello. The next day the hare spent half the afternoon looking at himself in the stream. "What fine ears I have," said the hare. "How handsome I am." On the following day the hare told the tortoise that he had run away from the farmer that very morning. "I am surely the fastest runner there is," he bragged. At last the tortoise had heard enough boasting. "I know you can run very fast," she said, "but I could beat you in a race." The hare laughed and danced about on his fine strong legs. "You, the slowpoke," he said, "you think you can beat me? Nonsense." "Believe what you will," said the tortoise, "but tomorrow we shall race each other all the way to the top of the far hill." The next day everyone gathered to watch the race. No one thought the tortoise could win, but the owl, who was the judge, simply said, "We shall see." Here's the start of the race. Here's the tortoise, and here's the hare. "Go," said the owl, and the race was on. The tortoise plodded forward on her short, stubby legs. The hare leaped out in front. Before anyone could say "Jack Rabbit," he was out of sight. The hare ran past flowering meadows and grassy fields, and he sped by an apple orchard and on down the road. And just before he reached the finish line, the hare stopped. He stretched out in the warm sun behind a tall hedge to wait for the tortoise. The tortoise kept up her slow, steady pace. She passed the flowering meadows and grassy fields, and she reached the apple orchard and kept going. At last the tortoise neared the finish line, but she wondered, "Where's the hare?" Oh, he was fast asleep behind the hedge. "Hooray!" shouted the animals as the tortoise finished the race. The hare awoke with a start. He couldn't believe his eyes. The tortoise was taking a bow. "I was here hours ago," said the hare. "I fell asleep behind the hedge." "But I crossed the finish line ahead of you," said the tortoise. "True, true," said the judge. "The tortoise is the winner." The owl had something else to add. "Slow and steady often wins the race," he said. And the tortoise and the hare agreed. So, slow and steady in everything you do. Don't race through things. Until we read together again next time. Bye-bye, boys and girls.